This is the Frank Sontag Show. Thank you for joining us. My producer, Son Edom, was just in the Air Studio sharing some news with me. I'm so out of the loop with culture and media and entertainment. Now, I'm a little taken aback by what he just shared with me. I love movies. And let me backtrack a second here. We live in a time now where we have to be somewhat discerning and calculated about how we share our thoughts and our words, especially as Christians, because it's so countercultural, right? And so as it applies to the conversation that Son was just telling me, and I'm like, no, you're not serious. And maybe we can do one segment on this. I'd really be interested in hearing from you because part of me wants to go that just can't be true. A couple of things that Son shared. The movie Frozen, I think the main character's name, is it Elsa? There is conversation now that in the next movie that some of the powers that be in the decision-making process want to bring in another girl as in her girlfriend. So is that true? I find that hard to believe. But then he said, I'm not a superheroes guy. Here he comes. He's got print. See, Son, as Brian Sipe once said, Son's always right. So here he comes running in with print, fresh off the press, from Disney. Fans have been campaigning to get Elsa a girlfriend in the upcoming sequel. And now the queen of... Oh, boy, you're going to not like me. I'm not a big Frozen fan. Arendelle herself has backed the fan-fueled effort. Idina Menzel has said, I think it's great. Disney's just got to contend with that. I'll let them figure that out. Yeah, this goes on and on and on. But here's the other thing, and maybe we'll see if Son comes running in with this one too. I'm not a superheroes guy. One individual on the program who will go unnamed, this is part of his alter ego life. I don't think I've seen a superhero movie in my life. But evidently, along the same lines, Captain America, they're talking about the same thing. It can't be true. Do you have any information? And here it's more to the point. I don't want to sit here and gossip and, oh my God, we're so shocked as Christians that the world is becoming more and more influential in the media and entertainment. I mean, that's kind of the nature of our society and of a fallen world. But for me, here he comes. I'm gonna keep throwing stories out and watch you run up and down the hallway. That's right, according to Brian Sipe. So here we go. Son ran in. Twitter really wants Captain America and Bucky Barnes to be a couple. This cannot be true. What do Captain America and Frozen's Princess Elsa have in common? The internet really wants them to have same-sex partners. After Frozen star Idina Menzel, we just made mention of, threw her support behind the online movement to give Elsa a girlfriend, the internet turned its attention to convincing Marvel to give Captain America a boyfriend. The hashtag Give Captain America a Boyfriend was trending on Twitter today. I believe that was today. Many fans opined that it would only make sense if Steve Rogers ended up in a romantic relationship with Bucky Barnes, who he chased for all 2 hours 47. Look, this is clearly about a segment of culture, and with technology, the influence that it can have. And I just sit here and I think, okay, we can point the finger and shake our heads, or we can look in the mirror and say, are we really exemplifying Christ in our lives? Are we really influencing culture the way some others are trying to influence culture? You know, this past weekend, I think it was Saturday, was Global Outreach Day, which was a day to remind us to speak up about our faith. And I'm thinking, how many of us listening right now, me included, speak up about our faith? I mean, yes, I have a radio program, but do I speak up about my faith outside of the perimeters of radio? I mean, I just interviewed Christine Kane. If you missed that interview, oh my goodness, I'm still kind of processing not only her conviction, but the way she spoke truth about Christ and how he's here to redeem and free. And here we are as said Christian man and woman, and some of us are just caught up in all of our struggles and our woes. When we have the very Spirit inside of ourselves that Scripture says that raised Christ from the dead. So here's a couple of ways we go. I'm interested in your comments about this attempt, this campaign to bring in same-sex couples in movies, in more, I'm thinking animation. That hits our children. That's number one. But number two, and maybe even more to the point, are you really convicted in your faith? Do you share your faith? When someone comes back to you and says, "Oh, you Christians, you're," and then fill in the blank, do you cringe and retreat, or do you just stand firm in love and say, "Oh my goodness, He is such a great God. I would really be so blessed to share what He's done in my life with you." So we're going to open the phones for a segment. 888-995-5552.